Alright. I think it might just be time. To do a watercolor. Hello. Welcome to the Ultra Pancake stream. I am the titular Ultra Pancake. Hello, One Mario Bro, as always. Again, I come to you as a humble .png, as our webcam is aimed squarely at our art space. It still looks super dark to you guys. I wonder if it's because my desk is like dark colored. Maybe it makes like the light. I don't know, maybe it makes it look weird. I don't know anything about cameras, so I don't know how to make this look any better. To me, there's two lights aimed directly at this surface. There's light coming from that way and light coming from that way. Still looks fucking dark on the camera. I don't know. I don't know, man. But today, we're gonna work on another art commission. This is... I don't know how well you can see that. You guys can kind of see it. This is an OC. A Pokemon OC of a Mightyena character. Commissioned by one Ross. We're gonna line and paint it today. No, bonjour. Omelette du fromage. Yes. I'm wondering if there's anything I can do to make this look brighter for you guys. It looks so dark on the stream. Hold on. Oh, that made it worse. Okay, the light is on as bright as it can go. And what if phone... Yeah, I wonder if I maybe need to get like a placemat that is light colored to put under everything when I do these sort of streams. Like maybe the dark color of the desk is what's fucking up, making it look really dark. I don't know. No, it is not the wolf guy from Beastars. He wears clothes. This guy's naked. This guy's naked. A ghost, he wears clothes. You think it was brighter when I was doing yours? Maybe it was. I don't know. This is just what it's gonna look like, I get. Hold on. I could try best with the camera settings. What if I just up the exposure? Now, is that too high? Is that exposure too high? That is it blowing out the page, the, like, whites too much? Yeah, everything else looks clear, but it blows out the whites a lot, but... We'll add color, so you can see the sketch less well, but... You'll see him more better when we start laying some color. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, I feel like that's the thing about this, is like I can make it so everything else looks fine, but the whites get blown out. So I wonder if the dark desk is the problem. That if I had, like, a lighter colored something underneath all of this, that the whole thing wouldn't have to be brightened so hard, so the whites wouldn't get blown out so bad. Also has to do with that I just have, like, a cheap... You know, my webcam is, like, not fancy or anything. When you get nicer ones, it can fucking balance that stuff out and look nicer. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see the sketch for now, I don't think, but it's gonna get lined in 1 second. Let's do it now. Let's do the art. I promise to do art. Let's do it. I guess we're just gonna listen to the Traverse Town theme because it rules. Let me know how the music is, if it's too loud or if it's too quiet. I'll set it to whatever y'all like. Reveal to us the invisible drawing. It's like, you know, whenever when you're an artiste, you know, you have to just envision the figure within your medium and bring it to life, and that's what I'm gonna do before you. No, I believe this OC, I believe his name is Aaron. A-A-R-O-N, Aaron. Okay, let me bring up the reference pic for this buddy. Oh, dang it. That Traverse Town thing only goes 15 minutes. Hold on, like, can I find a longer one? Actually, you know what? Let's, hold on. Let's do that. How about we listen to the New Horizons OST, huh? Let me know if the music is loud enough or if it is too loud or whatever. Let me know. Yeah, Traverse Town has made... Traverse Town's theme rules. It's a fucking banger. I could listen to it for literally hours. Sometimes I do. Okay, so looking at this guy's reference. Does he also suck at video games and blames the game for being bad and hangs out with a bird Pokemon called John? Is that like a Game Grumps reference? I was trying to think, I'm like, what Aaron could they possibly be referring to? Is that a Game Grumps reference? Okay. So this homie is mostly going to be lined in black. The bandana is red. The bandana's red. The pupils are red. And the pupils are red and black. A bird called John sounds like the title of a book written in the 50s that kids are forced to read in middle school. You're not wrong. Man, how many times just does... This is the new Animal Crossing New Horizons full OST. But how many times in a row is it gonna play just like the main theme, I wonder, because it started again. I'm also wondering if this red is dark enough. Is dark enough to line? I think it might be a bit too light for the bandana. Well, first things first, let's just do our outline. Oh man, is this like... Is this one of the morning themes? I don't think I've ever heard this song. Any of the Animal Crossing music between like 5 a.m. and 1 p.m. I have never heard. And your paint and your Evo 1 armor? Oh. Can you skip the rampage quests? There are some that are like actually mandatory, like for the story, but they'll be urgent quests. If it's not an urgent quest, you don't have to do it. I mean, if you want materials from like the Apex monsters and the Apex rampages, well, even then though, if the monster has like a solo non-rampage Apex monster hunt, you can get materials from them from there, but not all of them have that, so. If it's an urgent quest, then you gotta do it. And in that case, I think actually Gaijin Hunter mentioned on Twitter that he's planning to make a guide to rampages. And I'm sure probably Eric's has already made a good... Like, there's probably a million video guides to rampages. Just look one of those up. They give you... It's not actually that difficult. You just have to, like, actually know what you're supposed to do, because the video game doesn't tell you what to do. It doesn't tell you, like, half the mechanics in the rampages. Again, because of how I drew the sketch on my regular sketchbook and then transferred the art over to the watercolor paper. Again, the spiral is on my right-hand side, which is very annoying. I realized after I did it, I was like, I could have just traced it upside down on this paper so the spiral would have been on the other side, but too late. Well, yeah, it looks like it's on the left because the dang camera is flipped. You got an RV car for your plushies. Where are you gonna drive them to? don't think I know what this song is either. What day is this one? Got a leg, folks. Got a leg. Ooh, dang, those plushies are gonna drive to the beach? Damn, lucky. Oh, yep, you're right, I didn't change the thingy. This indeed is not reversed. Horizons of... There, fixed. Welcome, Frankie. Welcome. I'm drawing this guy because someone paid me to. You think you prefer the New Leaf music more? I actually never played Animal Crossing New Leaf. That game just like slipped right by me, man. I always meant to get it. But like when I got a 3DS for Monster Hunter when 3 Ultimate came out. And then, because I just didn't have any money, I didn't buy very many video games in general. I mean, I still don't, but... And so, I kept thinking, like, oh, when I get the money, I'll get New Leaf. But then inevitably, like, other Monster Hunter games would come out. I'd be like, well, I have to get that. So I'd end up spending my money pretty much only on Monster Hunter games. And then, like, at a certain point, I was like, well... Like, after the Switch had come out, and I bought a Switch on launch, so I was like, well, I'll wait. There's gonna be an Animal Crossing on Switch. I'll wait for that to come out. So that way, you know, I don't want to just buy New Leaf and then the new Animal Crossing is gonna come out. But oh, foolish me. How many years was it from the launch of the Switch to when Animal Crossing came out? Yeah, it was just one of those things, like... New Leaf just slipped through my fingers like grains of sand. Reference. Gaia. Okay. Heard about the news of the quarterly report mentioning Switch Pro. I mean, I heard, like, rumors about... Like, I mean, there's been rumors about Switch Pro stuff for... since the Switch launched, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm not very concerned. I'm fine with my regular Switch. I'll live. Alright. Yeah, look at this. What things on this guy are not going to be lined in black? Most of them's going to be lined in black. Nose is pink. I think, what good pinks do I have? Normally... Unfortunately, it's hard to get a pen that is dark pink. So I often will use this, like, kind of light brown one for pinks. I have a lot of pens. Color is this. Like really bright pink, but somebody put out waterproof pens that are dark pink. Wouldn't that be red for dark pink? I don't exactly want it to be like... I don't exactly want it to be like red, though. Actually, though, this red might be light enough. Because if it's like too orangey of a red, it won't really work. It needs to be like a pinker red. This red, I think, might work okay for the nose, though. Actually, pretty light. Usually with these kind of pens, you get like a super bright, like, fire engine red, which, like, rarely I'm ever gonna use. But this one's actually a more gentle pinkish cherry red. Alright, we're gonna do his little snoot. Red. And color it all pink. Now I have to think of what I want to do with this guy's eyeballs. The way that this dude's eyes look on the reference picture... Alright, this dude's got red irises. We can probably, well, let's outline his eyeballs. The eyes are one of the first things that I like to outline just because it gives it life. Man, if your family members have been waiting this long for Switch Pro, like, they could have just been playing Switch games this whole time. Like, what games do they feel like they need a Pro for? What games are they, like, looking at on the regular Switch and are like, the performance is terrible. Like, just play the damn video game, you know? Ooh, my neighbors are yelling. Yelling at their dogs. Alright. Got some eye structure. Want better screen quality and a battery life? Eh. No, how is Doom's... What are you talking about, Doom 2016 on the Switch? How is that? Is the performance... That would be one where I could see the performance would be not great. You got a PS4 for your birthday, and then they announced the PS5 was coming soon. And to be fair, you still can't get a PS5 anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I gotta draw in, where's our eyeball highlight gonna go? I have to think about how I want the highlights in this guy's eyes to look, because the sclera, which is the white part of your eye, on this guy it is yellow. I think maybe his eye highlights are gonna have to be light yellow, like a bit lighter than his... I'll have to figure that out when we come to it. Eyes. Now, his armband and his bandana are also red. Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what I can use for that? One of these is dark red. It's like this one is a nice... That's like a maroon color. I'll use that. Bandana. And then everything else is gonna be black. Oh yeah, so Doom 2016 is like an alright port? Okay. Cause I have a friend who during 2020 me and one of my other friends peer pressured a third friend into getting a Switch. And she's been interested in trying to Doom 2016, but she's not really like, she hasn't played a lot of video games, and especially not action games. But she's like really into metal aesthetics, so she thinks Doom looks really cool. I was wondering if, like, since she has a Switch now, if the Doom 2016 Switch port would be something of interest to her that I should recommend. Oh yeah, everybody loves the Doom X Animal Crossing, like, community love of 2020. Everyone loves that. Little inner ear area. Around here is more the time of day music that I tend to hear. Whenever I was designing the pose for this dude, I actually had a pretty tough time. They asked for... They wanted a pose for him to look like, you know, he's getting ready to fight. I asked, I was like, well, what's he... How's he fight? It says, oh, he's, like, gonna do, like, slashing attacks, like claw, scratching. And I learned that it's really hard to, like, figure out poses for, like, claw attacking that doesn't make you look stupid. I had to sit there. I was, like, standing in my living room. Henry was there, like, looking at me standing and just going like this. Like, with my hands, like, and, like, trying different poses. And the whole time, I'm just like, I feel really... like, this looks stupid and not like it's cool. You're gonna ask how much it would cost to commission the squirrel screaming at a dead monster in the pose of the invincible meme. God. Well, if I'm allowed to trace it, it'll be pretty cheap. Little paw pads. I love drawing the little paw pads because they're cute. Think, monster, think. I've not seen this television program. It's not a television program, it's like streaming or whatever, but I've not seen this show. And this meme just popped up to me, it seemed like it just popped up overnight. Suddenly, one day I turned on Twitter and I saw like 10 of those in a row, and I was like, what is this? What's happening? And it had to be explained to me what it was from, because I just didn't fucking know. I give him his little teeth. Yarr. Then I think this is pretty sick. Wristband or the armband. Needs EDF, I believe stands for Earth Defense Force. I think is pretty cool. Kill all them bugs. You haven't seen it either? Okay. Glad I'm not the only one that just doesn't give a shit about whatever the popular show is. I'm the one over here this season that's like, everybody's gotta watch Odd Taxi. Odd Taxi is the best anime of the season. It's the most unique thing I've seen in ages, and everyone has to watch Odd Taxi. And everyone looks at it and is like, that looks like a furry show. Like, yes, that's why you should watch it. Alright, you know, it's gonna be a fun challenge during this stream. Can we manage to not dip paint into the drinking glass and only put it into the paint glass? We'll find out. I believe I've lined everything. Clean this eraser off. Alright. Oh, you know what? Oh, I didn't line everything. His little piggy. The Pete. The Pete. Now I do have like his body markings sketched in here. I think I'm gonna paint those and not color them in with marker. I'm going to deftly erase around them. Then, number one advice, that when you are erasing your line art after you've inked it, use a big brushy. Don't just blow on it, rub your damn sticky fingers all over it. Big old brushy and just... brush all those eraser shavings right into your lap. There you go. All erased. So now pens can go away. It's hard to close this pen box because you have to get all the pens like lined up properly with the blister pack. Urgh. By the way, I've been using these pens for a couple weeks now. Oh, you guys can't read this because it's mirrored, but they're Tombow brand Fudenosuke pens. It is Fudenosuke. I recommend them. They're really good. I like them a lot and they're waterproof. I really like that they are hard tipped. It says, I don't know if you probably cannot read it. It says hard tip. Yeah, right there. And yeah, I really like that they give a fine point right on the like very end of it. And that, or you can sort of, I don't know, the way that you can vary your line thickness with them, depending on how you hold it, I like a lot. Recommend. Okay, time for paint. Pens go away. Okay. Did I clean this after the last time I used it? I did! It's clean! Yay! Amazing. I really wasn't sure. Alright. Now, this guy's gonna just be mostly... he's black and gray. So... I'm also wondering for his eye highlight. I will slightly erase the line. Hold. And maybe we'll... Maybe the first thing we'll do is the yellow bits of his eyes. A little bit of gold and yellow. They're a little pretty bright yellow, so we'll do a tiny mix of like golden yellow and a tiny bit of like the brighter, sunnier yellow. Just give... Don't do that. Don't do that when you're painting. Don't flick your paintbrush all around. Not good. Welcome back. You didn't miss anything. Well, you missed the erasing, I think. We did some exciting erasing. Currently, I'm painting the sclera of his eyes very, very light yellow. So that way the eye highlight will be really light yellow. And then I'll fill in the rest of it a little darker and highlight. There we go. Very light colored sclera. We'll let that dry, and then I think we will... maybe we'll put some masking fluid. Keep those eye highlights nice and separated from the red of his actual pupil. Alright. Guess, let's get in with that black. Most of this homie's body's gray. J.K. Simmons is voicing the villain. Got a villain voice. How much would it be to draw the squirrel in a meme? Am I allowed to just directly trace over the drawing? I'm allowed to directly trace over it. Then I'd have to actually... I don't even think I've seen what the actual screenshot is. Henry does not have any fun personas or OCs or anything, because he's no fun. Henry thinks furries are weird. He's right. Oh, speaking of furries, look who's just come in! Hey, bitch. Thank you. I'm glad you think it looks rad. This is somebody's OC that they paid me to draw. Xeon Play Stuff, thank you for your 2-month in a row subscription. 2 months, you nerds. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that immensely. just gonna lay... I think I'm just gonna... You know what, his entire body is either gray or black, so we're just gonna... We're gonna give him a big old gray wash, and then we'll fill in the blacker parts. Darker. Washy, washy. Sorry, I can't look at you guys while I'm doing this. You have to be quick. Get this all blended nice. That's the thing that's kind of hard. I still haven't fully gotten a good grasp on yet, is like... You need to paint like a large area. You want it to kind of be a consistent color. How to do it real fast so that it kind of... don't get like that streakiness. Or at least to do the streakiness in like a decorative way. Because I guess like... the stuff I read about learning to watercolor, a lot of the things said like... said stuff like, you know, it's important to like accept the bleed. You know, like accept the bleeding of the colors and stuff. That's part, as it's like part of it and part of the style. Here's the meme. What are my thoughts on Star Fox? I've never played Star Fox. I've seen pictures of the Star Fox himself. I wonder if I made this too dark. That's pretty light gray. Dab a little bit of that. Yeah, I've never played Star Fox. He looks cool, I guess. Don't they got like robot? He got like robot legs or something. Watch the Super Best Friends play Star Fox Adventure. Back in the day. Lighten him up a little bit. He shoots people in a spaceship and sometimes a tank. He's pretty cool. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Crystal's the weird lady in Star Fox Adventure, right? Actually, back a bajillion years ago, I did... I drew a fan art of the Super Best Friends when they played Star Fox Adventure, and you know how, like, her big head, like, pops up at the beginning to, like, give you instructions? It's, like, terrifying looking. I drew a fan art of, like, her giant scary head, like, frightening the Super Best Friends. It's not a very good drawing. During the brief period of time where I was, like, trying to do digital art and realized I didn't like it. If I'm gonna do a wash on it, I should probably just moisten the whole damn thing at a time. Pre-moisten. Wet on wet technique. What I have seen YouTube videos call this. Make it wet beforehand. Oh, fuck. I keep doing that today. Butterfingers. Washi. Wet on wet. Well, I think that, honestly, I think that the art style in, like, Star Fox Adventure is ugly as heck. I really don't like that sort of art style. I'm not that kind of furry, I guess. I don't know, there's something, like... There's something about the art style that's just, like, creepy in Star Fox Adventure, I think. But maybe it's just because I didn't, like... I never saw that game at the time when it was new, and maybe just, like, in hindsight it looks weird. Yeah, like a mix of it being kind of dated looking, and then... like, gives it a more weird Uncanny Valley feeling than it would have at the time, maybe. Gray. There he is. Our boy, he's gray. Big gray boy. All gray all the time. Gray boy. Make sure you beat the devil out of it. Not quite. Not quite the right method. I was never good at oil paints, honestly. I did a little oil painting. We had, like, a thing, like, an oil painting unit in high school, like, AP art class, and I just didn't really understand the medium, I don't think. You gotta stop looking at all the cool stuff in Sea of Thieves. It's expensive as butts. I wanted to play Sea of Thieves when it was like first revealed. And I never actually got around to it. This OC with the long hair reminds you of Luna from Hell of a Boss. I don't know what that is. He's supposed to be, he's a Mighty Yena. Is that how you pronounce it? Mighty Yena? The Pokemon? Oh, it's another short by the Has Been Hotel people. We've got word from the newsroom that Hell of a Boss is from the Has Been Hotel people. I haven't seen that. I should look it up. I liked Has Been Hotel a lot. Grindy as heck. I don't, like... I just kind of expected more, like, piratey stuff, I guess? And I know when the game came out, it just had very little content, and that's the thing people, like, complained about it. And I always said, like, oh, I'll play it, you know, eventually, once it gets more content, but then I didn't. I mean, to be fair, I don't have money to, like, get most video games. Alright, now we can just start filling in our blacks. You have 300k pirate money? Is it doubloons? The in-game currency has to be doubloons, right? Has to be. Yeah. Dry. There are doubloons, but that's separate. Cutie portrait, thank you, Clinodev. Welcome. That's dumb that gold and doubloons are separate, because the whole point is the doubloons are made of gold. That's the whole thing about doubloons. Gold doubloons. That's what they're called. Premium currencies, ancient coins. How many currencies they got over there? That's another thing that I kind of, like, wasn't that into, is, like, that Sea of Thieves kind of ended up being really, like, games as a service-y. I just don't got the time or money for that. Games that have, like, 1 jillion currencies, I'm like, alright. Okay. This eye patch I'm looking at is 27,450 gold. What? How good is that? The best eye patch ever made? Who made that eye patch? Flippin', is that a Gucci eye patch? A lot. You know, you could just rip a t-shirt and wrap it around your head if you need an eye patch so bad. Oh, you know what? Let's put some masking fluid over this guy's, over his, little eye highlight. So we can start coloring in his eyeballs. For those who weren't here last week. In order to use masking fluid, first thing you gotta do is make your brush all soapy. You kind of wipe off the excess. My brush soap that I use. Then you get your masking fluid. Drawing gum, this one says. Oh yeah, this is the 3 a.m. theme. This is my fucking theme right here. This song, like... They made the 3 a.m. theme because they knew that's when I'm playing Animal Crossing. This theme, like... speaks to me deeply. Oh yeah, I mean, the people working at the current day Rare are none of the people who worked there back when they were making, like, Banjo-Kazooie and stuff. Like, it's not at all any of the same people, so it is completely not the same Rare, for sure. Nintendo's calling me out, they are. This is like stupid little Freakazoid music. And they knew that I'm a stupid little Freakazoid that plays a game at 3 a.m. They knew. Let that dry. Put on your masking fluid. Then use your soap and clean the leftover masking fluid out of your brushy. Good. See, there's something bizarre to me about, like, these games, like Fortnite and stuff, that have, you know, the big focus on, like, the loot boxes and the, you know, in-game currency and stuff. So I can't help but just look at those things and be like, y'all? Where were y'all? Like, if Neopets was still a functioning website, like, at least on Neopets, well, not really anymore. Neopets has, like, an actual cash shop now where you can pay real money for cosmetics, but, like, I don't know, the idea that people are paying big buckaroonies and doing big gambling for JPEGs, like, that's just what Neopets was gambling for your JPEGs. No loot boxes in Sea of Thieves? Well, that's good. Y'all, I think it's just time to start playing Neopets again. Everyone make a Neopets account. Y'all want to pay a bunch of... Y'all want to pay a bunch of money, whether cash or in-game currency for JPEGs, Neopets will let you do it. Time to start. No, the Scientology thing, why is that the only thing anyone knows about Neopets? Okay, that was back in the mid-2000s. They have changed hands, Neopets has changed hands 1 trillion times since then, and been passed to a bunch of other different, like, edutainment companies. Currently, they're owned by, Jumpstart, I'm pretty sure. Which, again, does a lot of edutainment stuff. They are not tied to Scientology in any way. And even back when the company that owned them, it was just that the upper management of, like, that company at the time were Scientologists and tried to suggest, you can actually read the, creator of Neopets has talked about this before in, like, a Reddit AMA. That they would, like, suggest Scientology-y sounding things, like, for the website, and they'd just be like, no, we're not gonna do that. So, like, no Scientology stuff ever actually got to the website. Because the devs there, you know, obviously, we're not gonna let that slide. So yeah, that's not true anymore. Don't worry. They've been sold, like, 4 times or something like that, so... Pink hair dye and Sea or Thieves, yay or nay? That's gonna depend on what your character looks like. Do they look good in pink? Oh, well, I guess I'll have a look at Neopets then. The only downside is that Neopets ran entirely on Flash, pretty much, and since Flash shut down in 2020, half the 90% of the website doesn't work. And they're working on it, but it has been very slow going to get everything in the website back online in HTML form, so yeah. One day. One day Neopets will be back. One day they'll be cool and the youths will like it again. I'll be cool again one day. The Altador Cup is starting up. I was actually looking at Neopets today. I looked on the news page. The Altador Cup is starting up, which is like it's Neopets World Cup. Where you have to pick one of the worlds on Neopets that you play for, and you play sport and earn points for your team. And whatever team earns the most at the end of the cup, I think you get like exclusive winner items. Does Neopets even have any attention anymore, or is it just old fans? I don't fucking know. So is this commission gonna get sent to someone? Yes. But, I don't know. I honestly would be very curious to know the demographics of Neopets' like current player base. I'd be very curious. Cause I mean, there was a point where they were getting like Neopets at its height they were getting several million like, you know, site visits a day. Did I change the squirrel's clothes? No. I just added a mustache. Just the mustache-y. I might need my detail brush for this. Get the little fingies without painting over the paw pads too much. Let me get my... Where is it? Teeny tiny brushy. She looks like she's wearing a smock. I don't know, it's the same clothes as always. Yeah, Neopets used to get advertised. They actually had advertisements for a hot minute. McDonald's toys too. Sure, you can link it. I'll look at your pirate. Got them little pingies. Alright, let's take a look at this pirate. Oh, the eye patch is like is an ace of spades. That's pretty sick. Should you go pink? Honestly, I think the pink would look good with the blue of your, like, the collar on your jacket. I think the pink would actually look pretty good with the blue. I'll be honest. I think it could look cool. Aw, Joe, when you were a kid, you wanted to get into Neopets but never did. Now's the time, baby. Now's the time when the majority of the website doesn't work. Now's the time to get in. Better late than never. Yeah, just get in now. Half the website doesn't work. I want to say half, like, because that sounds like a lot, but it's more than that. Most of the website does not work. Like, there's... The amount of the, like, games, even, that are working are not even a fourth of, like, the total amount of games there used to be are working. Like, oof. I mean, I'm at least happy, like, they did know what games that the people wanted. So at least, like, the ones that they prioritized to, like, make workable, you know, are the ones most people want to play, are, like, the most popular ones, but still. Oh gosh, are the Poogle races even still working? Hold on. I have to look at them. I have to go on Neopets right now. Are the Poogle race is even working, because those videos are Flash. Okay, so when you used to be, when you go to Fairyland, you could go to the Poogle races, where there's a species of pet called the Poogle, and they it's essentially horse racing, where you can bet on Poogles and which one you think will win. And then it would play a little cartoon, like it was literally just a little animated cartoon of the race, and it went at like 1 frame per second, pretty much. It was like this very bad animation of these Poogles running the race, and you would get to watch to see which one won, and see if you lost all your Neo points or not. Okay, the next race is in approximately 5 minutes. What Poogle are we betting on? Okay, there's Poogle 1 through 5. Which Poogle should I bet on, and how much? I have on hand right now 70,500 Neo points. Oh, Neopets is the whole thing. Neopets was all about gambling. Like, most of the website was gambling, but it was all fake money. Like, they didn't even introduce the cosmetic shop that, like, you can pay real money for. That didn't even get introduced until, like, the late 2000s. So. And all you get from that is cosmetic items. Bring these stripies out a bit more. $2,000 on 5, 2,000 Neo points on 5. 2,000, that's so small. Well, I'm gonna do 5,000. Oh, you remember there's a cave with the horrible monster that freaked the heck out of your Neopets? Yeah, that's the Snow Wager. At certain times of day, the Snow Wager will be asleep, and you can see if you can steal something from him. And I knew exactly what times of day it was, too, so I would always be popping in there and trying to steal stuff. Alright, but what? Oh, you can't bet more than 300 Neo points per race. God damn. Forgot about that. Alright, 300. $300 is a pittance to me. Well, 300 Neo points anyway, not $300. You did not. You were just horrified. Yeah. I believe the Snow Ager was usually asleep around like 5 p.m. Eastern time, which would be approximately about like when I got home from school and like had my snacky and stuff and like browse on Neopets for a bit till the Snow Ager's asleep. Get a macaw. And name him Billy. That's Cats the Musical reference. Billy, Billy macaw. Come give us a dance on the bar. And Billy would dance on the bar. That's Cats the Musical song. I don't actually know any of the, I don't know the difference between any of those birds. So... Alright, the race is going. I'll view it... I guess I'll view it with sound, because then you guys will hear it, but... So this might be really loud. No! Flash player's no longer supported! No! So we can't actually even watch the race. We just have to click to get the result. Google 5 did not win. It doesn't even tell me which one did. Ah. For bird, for macaw, get... Yeah, I was gonna say red and green too. That gives a really, like, tropical feel, I think. Either that or the sunset gradient. That's 300 Neo points down the drain. Darn, I only have 69,000 left. Oh, nice. I don't know how much I actually have in the bank here, too. I might have more. I mean, I'm sure I have way more. What happened when I was buying this bird I didn't notice? The Poogle we bet on lost. And also we couldn't watch the animation because the Flash player doesn't exist anymore. 300 Neo points down the drain. I did not spend my life savings. I spent a teeny tiny pittance of my money in Neopets. Very few of my Neo points were spent. Alright. Let's see here. The tail is all black. Ooh, you bought a ruffled collar for the bird. Nice. You can also get monkeys in the game. I'm not a fan of monkeys. It depends. Depends on the kind of monkey. But generally, not a fan of monkeys. Monkey. I'm generally the type of person I say I like all animals. You know, when people ask if I'm a cat or a dog person, that I like both, really. But monkeys are like the one animal I'm like, I don't know about them. They're too close to people. Monkeys are pretty much just humans. You know? They're just humans. Don't like. Cat person confirmed. I was just dog sitting this past weekend. Doggy. I was babysitting my friend's doggy. Yeah, apes are essentially just humans that don't, like, speak a language. I don't like it. Too close to people. The further away, like, some monkeys are cute. The further away they are from being, like, people, I'll think they're cute. Most apes, though, too close. Too close to being people. Don't like. Alright, let's mix this guy's eye color up. I actually just got straight up red eye. I don't even think I need to really mix anything. Well, this red's kind of... Red's a little rosy, actually. Let's probably orange it up a little bit. I think. Yeah, orange it up a little bit. Give it a little bit of a warmer coloring. Good. Alright. Red eyes. The EDF, I believe, stands for Earth Defense Force. Yeah, generally birds don't like going underwater, usually. Generally. I think that is the case with birds. So is he a Power Ranger, or is he just a Defender of Earth kind of thing against aliens? EDF is Earth Defense Force. It's a video game where you defend the Earth against big bugs. And I believe that is what the commissioner of this is a fan of. I highly recommend watching the Super Best Friends old playthrough of it. Funny. Like a new EDF game came out not that long ago too, right? So funny you have to gain rank to put an eye patch on a bird. Hey, only the most respected pirates get to put eye patches on their birds. No scrubs allowed in the eye patch store. Right. I think for some of, like, the lines here with the black on black, I'm probably gonna go over those with white. Differentiate them, make them more visible. That's okay. Let's see, it's coloring his cute little nosy. Nose is kind of a peachy color. Well, you don't know who Wooly is? Dang. I suggest that you just go through and watch every single one of the Super Best Friends LPs, starting from the very beginning. That's what I did. Well, I watched them for a really long time, so I, didn't watch them all at once or anything. Light one there. First. And it's Wooly with an IE. Your very greenhorn. Well, you know, it'll always be there. There's not going to be any new content, so you'll always be able to go back and watch their stuff. It'll always be there for you. Little nose. Cute nose. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. He's got little... There you go. Gotta get those little eye diamonds. Eye triangles, rather. Oh, we got a bird picture. Aw, that's a good bird. Love the little collar. Excellent stuff. Excellent bird. Yeah, the best friends broke up a couple years ago. Now they just all do their own individual stuff. Seemed that Matt and Pat just didn't get along anymore. They didn't really get along very well in the first place. And apparently it just got to be, like, too much. I know, everyone always made that joke at Matt and Pat, that like, oh, Matt Pat. Like, Matt Pat. They got that a lot. They would talk about that and like, on their podcast and stuff. Right. I'm gonna get my white. I have a separate tiny little pot of white. Wow. He played one of my friend's games on his gameplay channel and she replied with Matt Pat sucks. Amazing. Wow. I really don't know anything about Matt Pat, I'll be honest. I just know the game theory thing. I've never really watched any. There, give his fur a little division back there. Difference between his back hair and his... Oh, color in his eyes a little... Give a little secondary color. Man, I'm using up so much of the red in this already. The red and gold so far are the colors I've used up the most. That looks sweet, thanks. There you go. Get a little more red on the eyes. Oh, you were... I didn't like you were telling Xeon... Okay, I see how it is. You're telling Xeon Play stuff that they look sweet. I get it. No, I get it. Don't mind me. I don't need to be complimented. That is a sweet jacket, though, actually. Yay. Looking back and forth between these two to make sure. I think it's pretty much everything this guy needs. Maybe I'll give him a little... Maybe that's not necessary. Right. I think that's everything that needs done painting-wise. Now we can just touch up the line art. That jacket was designed by a faction tied to a crazed floating ghost head who wants to set the sea on fire. Anybody explain to him? how physics works. Oh, and well, I mean, I guess if you want to do a big old oil spill, you could set the sea on fire, but I wouldn't recommend it. Now we're gonna thicken his outline all nice and pretty. It'll make him look nice and finished. You can set the ocean on fire with ghost magic. I guess that's I don't know really that much about ghost magic, so. The whole Sea of Thieves is surrounded by weird-ass magic fog that murders you in your boat. Is that, some good old-fashioned, good old-fashioned end-of-the-game world fog? Edge of the map fog? Yeah, it's the edge of the map fog. Oh, so they can uncover some of the fog when there's a new map added. I played a lot of Valheim a few months ago, and they had the same thing. They had edge of map fog that just killed you if you went in it. Yeah. Oh, hey, it's the commissioner themselves. Welcome. I'm just finishing up the line work here. Outlining this guy nice and thickly, make him look all finished. Welcome. Oh, in Valheim? I don't know, I never... The edge of the map in Valheim just looks like a fog, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you, I don't know, I mean, I never went in it. I don't think you fall, like, off an edge like it's the flat earth or something. I don't think. What else I'll do? I tend not to like to leave when I've got like a smiling sort of teeth sort of look going on. Hey. Just to give it a little something. I think it makes the teeth look too like stark white and contrasting if you don't give it a little bit of something in there. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see what I just did at all, if the camera picks it up, but a little bit of shading on the teeth. Just a little bit. That's cool? Why, thank you. Oh, you've seen videos, it's actually an edge. Oh, I never actually sailed out to the edge in Valheim. Right. Let's get the masking fluid off our man's eyeballs. His eyes are dry. Close his little highlights. He's alive! Yeah, he's alive. You missed it being colored in. That's alright. You know, you can always watch back on the VOD. I can't promise that it was exciting, but it certainly did happen. Yeah, there he is. There's our man. Well, it looks mirrored to you. Imagine this, but mirrored, and that's what it looks like in real life. There he is. Let's see, and I'll give it a little, Let's see, where should I sign this sucker? An Ultra Pancake Original right there. Sign. You thought the thing was just backwards for some reason. It's mirrored. Because this is, I'm using my right hand, but to you it looks like my left. I'm not left-handed, I'm right-handed. Alright, what time is it? 11:54. We still got some time. We still got a little bit of time. Looks fantastic. Thank you, Panielle. Thank you. See, now you gotta commission me. Man, I ain't drawn you in 100 years. You gotta give me some money, I'll draw you. Either that or you have to, maybe if you're really, really nice to me, if you're super nice to me, maybe I'll just draw you on my own time. In the early days of developing my persona, I used to, I know this Sephiroth in real life. And I used to draw her and I's characters together all the time. Sending me money's very nice. See, you should have commissioned me before you visited so you could have just come and picked the damn thing up at my damn house. Now you're states away. Like a banner or something? Well, I don't do digital art because I don't like doing digital art. So I don't know that like something like a channel banner is like, you know, usually people want that to be digital. But if you're okay with me taking a photograph of, you know, a paint, like it would, you know, be a watercolor like this. And if you're okay with a photograph of a watercolor as an art thing, I don't see why not. You'd have to let me know what exactly it is you want. Oh, you really like the art style? Thank you. Appreciate that. I mean, I can mail it to you, girl. I can mail it to you. And then I'll know your address, so I can send you weird stuff in the mail all the time. Yeah, you're all the way in the UK. This puppy's gonna travel. Alright. This Boyo's done. Let's see. Which way is next page? I believe he's all dry and everything, so gone, vanished. It's a trap. And any of my friends who I know their addresses, they risk me sending them something weird in the mail. And I just spilled water on my shirt. I can't drink. I can't drink water like a regular person. Spilled it. I do find weird stuff sometimes. I pick a lot of stuff up off the ground and keep it. Thanks again. Oh, no, thank you. Thank you for commissioning me, for real. I really am, like, I'm very, you know, interested in doing more art commissions just because I very enjoy doing art. I love, you know, drawing, and especially, I think doing watercolor has been very fun. I think I struggled a long time, I think, finding a medium that I really enjoyed. Because there was, like, stuff about, like, I have too many art supplies in my home. And, like, you know, I used colored pencil for a long time just because I was, like, I would be very happy with the results of colored pencil. Like, I think it would look good. But boy, and this is probably my own fault, but colored pencils would hurt my hands if I would, like, do a whole piece in one go, because I would, like, grip the pencil so hard and, like, color so hard that it would, like, actually hurt my hands. And, like, you know, I did, like, art markers for a while, like Prismacolor markers and Copics. But it was just so annoying when you, like, didn't have the color you needed. Or, like, if a marker would run out, like, halfway through coloring something, and so you knew there was just gonna be this streaky bit in the middle. And I hated that. And I really like how flexible watercolor is. Like, with just a palette of this many colors, you can mix any color you want, and it's really easy to color a large section, and I like the sort of washy splotchiness that watercolor naturally has, you know? It gives, like, a natural, nice feel, and it doesn't look, like, cheaply streaky the way, like, Prismacolors do, and they're not, you know, like, super brand new. Only thing you can't draw are vehicles. Ugh. There are only some blessed people that can draw vehicles. Like, man, Akira Toriyama, before Shonen Jump sucked out his soul, man, I love all the little chibi, like, vehicles Toriyama used to draw. Like, I love that. The old, like, pinups of, like, Bulma and, like, the weird vehicles he used to draw. Adorable. Loved it. You can just about draw a Spitfire plane? I can't even imagine what that looks like in my imagination. That's cool. That's cool. I have never attempted to draw a car, really. I think if I did, it would be like a funny cartoon car. I don't think I could ever draw, like, a car that looked cool. It'd be like a silly cartoon car. Now, I was messing around. I was messing around the other night. And this is maybe a project I'm gonna work on here and there. I want to try to, like, work out how I want to draw characters from Cats the Musical. We're coming back around to Cats. It all comes back around to Andrew Lloyd Webber's most accursed musical. No, that's not true. Starlight Express is his most accursed musical. That's the thing, I always had trouble drawing the Cats characters. Because, like, I struggled a lot with just how to interpret, because their costumes are so detailed, that I struggle a lot with how I want to interpret all the detail and simplify it to look cartoony and to be easy to draw from memory and, like, but still look like that character. Because here, I was just messing around the other night, where, pancake cat person reconfirmed. I haven't had a cat persona since I deleted my GeoCities website. So. But this is Demeter from The Cats the musical. And her, like, the thing, this is, like, accurate to what she looks like, right? But I just, like, her head's a jumble of colors. And it's just because that's what the costumes look like, and they look really good in person. But I want to, like, work out how to interpret, like, the, you know, how, like, all of them have such, like, mixed colors in. I want to, like, and also a lot of them have, like, their human skin tone showing on a lot of their makeup as well. And I want to try to figure out how to interpret their makeup and the hair, like, the, you know, head fur color into a more concise, cartoony look. That's something I've been thinking about. So maybe we can do another run on this Goyle. You're trying not to draw the cat genitals. You're an adult now. Free yourself. That's for my personal collection. Y'all are never gonna see them genitals. That's for me. Honestly, the bar said at the 2020 film. Ugh. Ugh. I don't even... I'm, like, confused about most of the characters in the 2020 film, because, like, generally I can... as long as the production uses the traditional styled costumes, there's some productions that kind of do, like, you know, do their own thing with the costuming or try, like, weird, like, other wild ideas. But, like, for productions that are using the strict, like, traditional Cats costuming with this, like, traditional designs, I can identify each character on site. While watching Cats 2020, I had a very hard time trying to identify what characters were who, because they all look fucking different and weird. And they... Hold on. The kitty in your painting there has the expression of one cat in a room full of rocking chairs. That's actually kind of the expression I wanted, because Demeter is a... I think that the modern day expression would be to say she's a space cadet. She's kind of spacey, she's kind of traumatized. Light psychic powers. Oh yeah, I know all about the Cats animated film. I mean, the production didn't get very far. Like, that film got axed pretty quick. Well, it didn't get axed quick, but it didn't... It just was in limbo where it wasn't being worked on for a while before it was axed. And so, like, there not really any work got done on it. But yeah, why don't we do a little freeform? Because it's midnight, so we have about, like, half hour, 40 minutes-ish before the end of the stream. Let's do something a little freeform. Just to work out what we want. Sort of the color division on her body and stuff to look like. Now you guys are gonna get to see my sketching method and how very not good it is. Okay, so... Alright. Cat person body. Aw. Duca, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Because boy, howdy, I need a new air conditioner. Thank you so much. Especially after you already, like... You've already given me money for a commission. I appreciate you feeling generous enough to give me more money. Y'all have been very generous to me recently, which I really appreciate. Because boy, 2020 was a weird one. And financials are not necessarily where you know, I would hoped they would have been. No, the air conditioners are not broken. It's just like really nasty inside. Last year, we, like, bleached it out super bad. We just, like, we spray that sucker up and down for, like, every day for a week with bleach. And, like, let it sit and stuff. But it just, like... I mean, it's just been in that window for a long time. And it is nasty inside. And I would just like to replace it with a brand new one. It's just gross. And, like, my apartment already is extremely, like, dusty, like, in the first place. So I just don't need, like, any more nasty air coming in from my fucking air conditioner. I really don't. Alright. So we've got a cat body. This is our cat person body. Tail. So, let's... Glad it was cold when I came up. Yeah. It'll still be a minute before it gets before it gets hot enough here to need the air conditioner. I mean, it was like flipping 35 degrees like the other day, or whatever. The weather here doesn't know if it wants to be hot or cold. It's all over the place. Alright, let's see if we can't pull up a picture of our girl here. Oh yeah, I know the UK is wacky with the sunniness and then dreariness. Yeah, you guys have it weird over there. Y'all's weather is wacky. Yeah, you're over there in California where it's just like beautiful all the time. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so here's a girl. Alright. This is who we're trying to make here. The one on the left. Our girl we're trying to make here. So you can see, like, you know, there's a lot of detail in that costume, right? Especially, like, they focus a lot on the sort of texture and mix of colors and things. So you can see how it could be kind of hard to decide, like, how do you pare this down to the essential look of the character? Like, have it still be recognizable while like, being simplified, you know? You still have this on VHS somewhere? Aw, lucky you. Oh, my VHS of this film exploded because I watched it so much when I was probably like 8 years old. That VHS just burst and could not be... Well, I think it more that, like... Because the tape had come out of it several times and I had wound it back up. But it just got to a point where it was just, like, unviewable. It just, like, got so staticky and nasty. Why is most of their chest exposed? I don't know, that's just... That's how they all look. That's how everybody look in the musical, man. Everybody's in spandex. I mean, their chests aren't exposed, they're just white-colored. They're not naked, they're all wearing full bodysuits. I also own... Well, I don't own a Mega Drive because I'm not in the UK. I own the Sega Genesis with the 32X and Sega CD attachment. I got that. I actually thought about buying a capture card that will capture the Sega. I've thought about doing that. I'd like to play Sega games on stream. I think that'd be fun. Y'all can watch me suffer with playing Comic Zone. If Seth is still in chat, bitch, I ain't gonna play no Echo the Dolphin, no matter how much y'all ask. I'm gonna put my foot down right now. I will not play Echo the Dolphin. Before anybody even mentions it, I will cut that idea down. But if y'all want to see some, like, Eternal Champions, though... I know a cheesy strat, so we can get to the ending. Eyeballs. Nosy. Okay, Kibby. Let's see. So the shape of her hair is like kinda like a slightly rounded sort of. It's 5:14 a.m. for you. Oh, goodness. Go to bed. I thought it was late for me and it's almost midnight. Go to bed. Well, thank you for stopping by anyhow. I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate the $2 tip. And I hope you liked your drawing. I'll probably get that packaged up and out the door into the mail next week. Yeah. Almost. Oh yeah, I guess it is past midnight, huh? 12:17 here. Yeah, go get some rest. You deserve it. Nighty-night. 6 hours ahead. Wee. I'll have a good sleep. Have I ever had people commission plushies of Penelope at all? No. I don't... I think out of, like, the people who follow me... Only the people that actually, like, come to my streams have any idea who my OC even is. Most of the time when I post art... I mean, honestly, I just don't post art very often. It's very sporadic when I do, and, yeah, I don't think that my OC is recognized or liked by any strangers, really. I don't think anyone cares about her. I mean, which is fine. I don't care about most other people's OCs, so... I've thought before, though, that I really ought to, like, make a really nice plushie of Penelope. I'd like to. Just the sort of thing where it's like, I don't need any more plushies. There's no more room on the bed. There's not. There's no room on the bed for any more plushies. So... I made a solemn vow years ago that I would not create any plushies for myself, as that would become a problem very quickly. I would be very suspicious of people wanting copies of my waifu. Also, I don't know, there's something, it is a little like... I don't necessarily consider, like... You know, if I had like a bajillion, trillion subscribers or whatever, and was like really popular, I could understand, like, people wanting plushies of... like my OC, but since I'm not that much of a public person, like, and I'm not that really well known, it does feel like weird that my OC still feels kind of personal, you know? I don't even know if I'd want necessarily to, like, make a plushie of her for someone else, necessarily. She's mine! She's for me! Not for you guys. Get your own. Make your own persona. Curious if this is the same process you have when coming up with plushie designs, or do you wing it? Yeah, people seem to have this idea that, that I draw out, like, plushies before I actually make them. Like, I draw out the design, but, like, I just go straight from the reference picture. Like, there's no real need for me to draw anything, because it's like... You know, it'd be like, okay, well, if the character's wearing... Like, say if this is the plushie body, like this. That's what he looks like. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Hold on. I'll draw it really dark. So, like, this is a plushie, imagine. And someone's like, okay, so, like, and I'm looking at the reference picture, and I'm like, okay, this plushie's wearing a skirt. It's a pleated skirt, and I'm like, okay. And then I would draw it, but then it's like... I mean, the drawing of the pleated skirt was already in the reference picture. Like, I know... Like, I just drew exactly the same thing again. And it's like, and then they're wearing a t-shirt. And I'm like, alright. Well, I just drew the exact same shirt that's in the reference picture. Like, the reference picture is already the drawing of the plushie, essentially. You know? I'm not doing a lot of interpreting, usually, that, like, needs visualization, I guess. Actually, for Clinodev's plushie, though, that was gifted to him, that was a bit different because I didn't have any body reference picture to work off of. So I actually did have to, I submitted a couple designs to Cool Eagle, and I believe he sent them around to some friends and stuff, and they vetted which one they thought would be, like, the most kind of appropriate. So I did do some drawings for that one. So that was a special case. Alright. Kibby person. Yeah, and she's got the collar. And something I loved when I was a tween, something I loved about Cats the Musical, I loved that they all wore spiky collars. I thought that was so cool and edgy. I thought that was the coolest shit I ever seen in my life. Okay. We'll just line her with black to start. Giving her kind of like a messy hairdo to show that she's a little... I want her design to come across like she's got anxiety. She's sort of a worried, anxious character. Gonna look a little messy as a result. Isn't spiky collars more of a dog thing? I don't know. I think it was more that it was just the style at the time when the musical was made, that spiky collars were edgy and cool. And so they thought to make them look more like they were, you know, animals. That they were gonna have to wear collars, and they gave them spiky ones because it was fashionable at the time. I always thought that was the coolest shit. I loved that. I used to wear spiky collars all the time to middle school. Now, really, the big thing about Cats... That musical is all about aesthetic. That musical is more aesthetic than substance. My people liked it. I liked it. Have a kind of scruffy looking tail. Again, to show that she's been anxious, her tail's a little poofy. Alright. Basic character outline. Erase. Now, I had some ideas. After I did this first painting the other night, I had some ideas of how to break down her character design. You drew this character as if they could be in Animal Crossing. The cats in Animal Crossing, their ears are like... The cats in Animal Crossing look like this. Where they're... Like, this is their head, and then the ears are like... That's what the cats in Animal Crossing look like. And then their body's like this big. There you go. Okay. So. Because I'm me, and I've looked deeply into the face makeup for this character. I think I've sort of worked out how I want, like, the color divisions in her face to look. Get us some of that red-brown that she's got going on. It's also, it's hard with a lot of these characters, too, because, like, a lot of them have, like, she's got a lot of red-brown in her, like, face and her, you know, I guess head fur. But, like, she doesn't really have a lot of the red-brown anywhere else on her body. It doesn't, like... And so it's like, how do you get it so, like, there's one color concentrated, like, a lot on the head and make it not look, like, really weird? I can say you're a furry that definitely goes into the details. I'm just a Cats the Musical fan. I think that's probably true for every Cats fan, because I think to be a fan of this musical, you have to be insane. You have to be an insane person. And you've spent a lot of time in your childhood because you didn't know anybody else your age that gave a shit about this musical, so you spent a lot of time in your childhood just sitting and thinking about it very hard by yourself. So, yeah, I think... the way a lot of the makeup in the show is sort of done... I mean, this is just makeup 101, is that, colors are put kind of around, like, the bottom corners of the face, and the sort of your T-zone is very light-colored. See, so I have to try to think, how do you interpret that as, like, a fur pattern for a cat, you know? So because she's got the red-brown down here in the lower cheeks. You have a question about your plush? What's your question? thought dividing up the face kind of like this makes sense. And just making her ears red. Now, trying to think what to do with the T-zone is a little difficult, because this area is where the human skin tone is on the actress. So trying to think of what color, if this should be white like the mouth. Probably not black, because you want this zone to be lighter. Maybe I'll do gold, since her body has a lot of gold. I'll bring the gold up to her head and put it in this zone. About her finish time, you ask? Ho ho ho. Let's just say maybe make sure to check your email tomorrow. That's all I'll say. No spoilers. No spoilers, but check your email tomorrow. Yeah, let's use a little gold. Yeah, I think using the gold in the T-zone area will help to just connect that color to, like, between her head and body better. Now, I wondered if I should make her bangs completely black, since her body's very black. And there's, like, there's very little black in her head coloring. And if I should just make her bangs just straight up black, maybe. Thanks for all those emotes. You wanna know how I draw the whole cast, like the fat one? Oh, I'd love to. I would love to draw Buster Jones, and that'd be easy. Cause he's just a tuxedo printed cat, so that'd be really easy to draw. I love Buster Jones. He's not skin and bones. In fact, he's remarkably fat. Maybe I'd make this like a redder black, like give it a... Here, actually. Make it a real warm black. You guys probably couldn't see the difference between any blacks. It probably won't come across on the camera at all, but... like a warm black. Just to, like, give some black to her head. And then, like, you know... her... I didn't give her eyebrows on this. Her eyebrows would be black. She's actually got fun eyebrows. She's got spiky eyebrows. They're not super even, but this is just a general character concept art. This is not, you know, it's not finalized. It's concept art. too. Now for the body, I think we're gonna have to just do a whole coat of gold and then go over it with black. I'm gonna have like the white. Now, also the question here is, like, how much do we want to carry over the white round? Actually. Give her... let's make her feet white. Make her, like, bottom feet white. And her hands, because if you notice in the reference photo, her hands have this reddish color. So we can bring the reddish color from the head. That's too much. Down into the feetses, like so. Maybe we'll some white to really lighten up thosies down. I wonder if I should go over the whole... I should probably actually do, like, in the future, if I paint her, do the entire head in gold, and then put the red over the gold, so that way it has, like, a consistent sort of layered color and it looks more consistent. Looks like she's a Super Sentai character with the gold v-neck. Does a little bit. Make some more of this nice warm black. Oh, you know what? I will also go over a bunch of her tail with the gold too. Leave some white areas, but suckers. And we'll go over it with red and black when the gold dries. Then... so... a significant feature to me, at least, about her design is, like, the particular way that the black and gold on her body blends. I have to think about how exactly I want to do that in a way that's, like, not... because you can see in here, like, in this one, it looks real speckly, and, like, it's not a very clear character design, right? And I would want... like, I want to think about how the motion of how the black and the gold are gonna go together. How that's gonna, like, make her see. I think most of the body's gonna be black. This is just gonna come black. I guess with her arms, we'll just do kind of this. Sort of long reaching down her arms like. Once we get to the legs. Her legs really have a specific, like, directionality. Maybe, like, kind of end it solidly here. This. But then, like, kind of come in with stripes from just the sides, maybe? It still gives that like curve around the leg feeling to it. Is she doing the meme pose of the guy next to the butts? What? The memes are getting away from me. I don't know any memes anymore, because I don't even know what that means. The guy next to the butts? Which butts? Which guy? Which butts? I don't even know what you mean. I'm okay with having, like, that messy sort of look still in the tail. That just sort of mixed color look in the tail. The thing that's very, characteristic of how the, you know, those costumes look. So I think having the tail be a bit busy is alright. And, like, inner ear filler. Well, that's right, way too red. As you do. And I always interpret her eyes as being kind of brown. Can't really have canon eye colors. To me. Oh, okay. Yes, I do remember. Okay, you can't just say the guy next to the butts and expect me to conjure up that. Like, that's so... like, I'm... Because if you're gonna say guy next to some butts, I'm thinking, like, so what, some big, like, booty lady butts? I wasn't thinking, like, Magic the Gathering butt cracks. I mean, maybe that's on me. Maybe that shows just how I think, but... Alright, there she is, simplified. I also did think, like, what do I want to do with this, the mouth? Because they... You can't really see it in the reference picture I pulled up, but the like under nose line and then the 6 little like whisker dots are key to the makeup. I generally you know, just don't draw like furries with that kind of those sort of markings exactly. I worry it'll like clutter up the mouth area. So I'm a little conflicted on whether or not I like that. You like how chibi-fied it looks? Thank you. That was the point. And the colors here are a little bit washy. Like, I would definitely, you know, if I was actually doing, like, a finished, you know, drawing of her, the colors would look more like this. But imagine this with, you know, deeper colors. If, you know, if you want to order a Cats the Musical plushie from me, I would be more than happy to. Although you do have to watch, the musical first. I'm not gonna let you order a Cats plushie and you're not gonna watch the show. You have to, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. Everyone has to watch it. Or else. Maybe just the dots is good, and not having the center line. It looks like an 80s rock star. Well, that... well, if you watch the whole show, you'll see that everybody looks very 80s. I bet you can't guess why. Yeah, you'll have to take a test. If you want a plushie, you're gonna have to take a test. I will quiz you on what the actress's name is and what song numbers she's in. You'll have to describe to me how you felt, what you felt her personality was. Who do you ship her with? All those things. $80% to just get the plush. Oh, you underestimate how strict a teacher I am. Yeah, I think this is good. Like, I don't know, looking at this, do you feel like this provokes the same character as, which way is it? As this, that this does? I also want to do the same thing for her, I always think they're sisters. It's not, there's no real, all the relationships in this musical are all fan made up and not canon, because it, but I always think of them as being sisters. Yeah, the red cat here, her name is Bombalurina, and she is a very different character. I like her very much as well. Yeah, I think the oranges just need to get, like, you know, this, like, sort of dark orange red would be more like this color. Yeah. I think it worked out. I think we're good. I think I got a solid idea. I was thinking hard about this the other night, and I wanted to get it on paper. Alright. I think that's gonna be it for us tonight, though. I'm starting to get hungry. Both of these characters you drew are two different these two are the same character. These two are two different characters, obviously, because they're clearly two different actresses in the show. These two are the same character. Yes. Whereas clearly, you know, this one's more accurate to the actual outfit. But this one, I think, is a good simplified cartoony version. It's been fun. Why, thank you. I'm glad. Yes. Alright, well, to wrap it up, does anybody watching right now who maybe is not familiar with me, if this is your first time watching, I go by Ultra Pancake on most of the internet. You can find my work at the link, in the links, which way is it? This way. The link's right here. This top link right up at the very tippy top is my website. It has all the everything that I do on it. I make plushies for a living professionally. So if you like plushies, especially those of the anime variety, maybe consider checking out my social medias. I also obviously have been doing art. Trying to do art more these days just because I do like to do it. I often can't find the time. So I am taking art commissions currently. If you type !art in the chat, you can get the link to my commission form. And check that out if you would like to order an art commission. What else? Oh yeah. My regular streaming time is, I usually stream every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what I'm gonna do next week. Pretty much I don't ever know what I'm gonna stream until about 10 minutes before the stream. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do next week. Maybe more Monster Hunter? Maybe... I don't know. Maybe I'll think of a different idea. We'll find out. But, yeah. Catch me next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be here. Maybe I'll, do some random streams throughout the week, but those are not guaranteed. And I just do them on a whim. So if you want to make sure you catch those, if you want to be on my flight of fancy with me, be sure to follow so you'll get alerted when I randomly just decide to stream whatever during other days of the week. Yeah, I believe that's gonna be it. Everyone in chat saying their good nights. And, yeah, I'm gonna go get some dinner. I'm very hungry. I'll see all you stinkos in the funny papers, alright? Good night.